make someone have a good day. I want to talk about something that I've recently learned. You accomplish just one thing. By the way, I'm Brooklin, this is Let's Talk Raw. Welcome, I'm so glad that you're here. Let's talk about how to beat self-doubt. You are radically made, man. Like, it's just like serious science that us humans are here, right? Self-doubt is a tape you continue to play in your own head. It's not like a chemical imbalance. Like it's a habit that we've learned through the years. We've watched it through our parents or someone that we thought loved us told us that gave us that doubt in ourselves, or we all handle rejection differently. I'm gonna have to figure out how to edit this so you guys don't leave me because this is important. Really it is, because I think with quarantine, with everything going on, feeling unmotivated, in my experience, I feel like I'm giving myself an excuse to not do stuff because it's like, we can't anyway. Your inner wisdom is always, again, if it's wise, it's usually it's usually the universe and not me. But anyway, your inner wisdom is always with you. It does take one thing to just be human these days: courage. You can still go for walks. In fact, fresh air is extremely important. I might work on a TikTok dance for 20 minutes and call that my exercise. And yes, I do feel better after that. I wouldn't say necessarily accomplished, I'm a little worried about it if that was accomplishment for me. It is getting something done that does help my health and I enjoy, but that's not on my list. My list is a walk, helping someone, whether it's through a text, telephone call, or actually going to an animal shelter, or feeding the homeless, whatever. That's not whatever, excuse me. Whatever your helping someone is. Let me clarify. I feel like since everything going on in the world that I have to be really careful with my words. So I've really not felt like filming because I didn't want to say the wrong thing or be taken wrong. I actually posted something on my TikTok after Rashard Brooks was murdered here in Atlanta, and my daughter was stuck in the riots on the other side, like literally by the burning Wendy's, and she was scared, and I was scared for her as a mother, like Rashard Brooks' mother was afraid for him. Not knowing what was happening to him. I don't even know. There's no comparison in that way because he's gone. But the love for a mother is the same. Okay, it doesn't matter what color you are, what race you are, what culture you are, what classism you are. The mother's love, a true mother's love, is exactly the same. So I said in the video that I posted on TikTok and Instagram and quickly removed because it was taken wrong. I said, I am so disgusted by what just happened in Atlanta. I can't believe this is still happening. And I videotaped what was on the news and knew that my daughter was in the middle of those riots in her Camry. I was afraid she could be a target in that situation. She's a young girl. She's a skinny, tiny little thing. I mean, she's 6 foot, but she's tiny in stature. And she was scared. A lot of people calling me racist and that I shouldn't be worried about my daughter during these times. And that was really hurtful because as a mother, I feel that Rashard Brooks' mother would be just as worried for her child if he was in the riots, even though the riots weren't for him and about what had happened to him. I felt that a mother's love is understood. So I've kept really quiet since then. And real quick, I write for Oprah online for IG, one of her quote author writers. It's a paid partnership. And the reason why I'm telling you that is the quotes lately have mattered tremendously, both emotionally, not just articulation wise, but they've really mattered in here in a way. I mean, some of them in the past were love, that's all, because love is so important. Or, focusing on self-empowerment and things like that, enlightenment. It would be deeper than that, but based around that. But lately I've really felt the need to dig deeper. I just felt the need to say that. And I was trying to stay away from that, but I felt the need to say it. So I don't know if you stayed this long, but if you did, I'm so glad. First of all, self-doubt. Don't beat yourself up if you're having depressive feelings, unmotivation. Don't beat yourself up. It's really a skill. It's a habit. Also, abuse as a child can cause it. So a lot of things can cause self-doubt, and it's a tape that continues to play, right? So as much therapy as I had, and as much growth I've had in my life, I still struggle with the self-doubt. Right now, what are you thinking of that you need to do, that you want to do, and you feel like you need to do? And every day it kind of gnaws at you. I know mine. It gnaws at me every day, and I still haven't done it. I've started it. Whatever you're thinking right now that's you're having doubt about, wherever you are in your life, it matters. If it's affecting you that deeply, it matters. Don't put yourself down like that because it's not done. whatever you're feeling, it's not done. You know how that saying is, when you point your finger at somebody and there's 3 pointing back at you? Don't think of it as 3 pointing back at you to blame yourself. Remember the 3 fingers pointing back at you every time you blame somebody. Those are the ones telling you it's not your fault, that the power is in you. If you think of it that way, it's just changing perspective. It's changing perspective. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and tap that bell. I'd appreciate it. If you don't want to tap the bell, it can be kind of annoying. I get it. But go ahead and hit that like button, and I would love you to subscribe. What do you want to talk about? I want to talk about true confidence being driven by kindness and strength. So the next video is going to be talking about confidence and what that really means. And how much do you hate it when someone says, just be yourself? It's like, dude, I am. I'm being me right now. If it's not good enough, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that and what I feel that really means. Because I feel like nobody should have a right to say that to anybody other than, you know, when I say to my daughter, you are great the way you are. Don't change a thing. Be yourself. That's different than, dude, just be yourself. Big difference. Okay, so we have a lot more to talk about. So the next video is really going to be about confidence being a skill. You're not born with it. It's a skill. And that's good news. It's exciting. Okay? So it's a skill. But it does take practice. And let's talk about the fact that I don't always practice what I preach. Why I haven't been here for a week. I was going to save this for the part 2, but when you're on your deathbed, which we hate thinking about, but it happens, it's going to happen. And I hope that we all get a chance to be on a bed and think about, you're not going to be like to your, you know, whoever's with you. You remember that time on TikTok when I got 3,000 likes? Man, that was the day. No, you're going to be thinking about the times you're running with your kids on the beach, the times your kids ran to cry, the times your kids fell down and ran to you because you were the one they needed. When your kids come through the door and they're like, Mom, I gotta tell you something. Those are the times you're gonna think about. Not the 3,000 likes on TikTok, so I'm about to go check and see if I have. Just kidding. You guys, I always leave below where you can email me, BellaBrooklyn@gmail.com. I always leave somewhere around here, raw talk, _Brooklyn. Whatever. I leave my tags, okay? Also, you are 100 Brooklyn, which is Brooklyn Bowler on TikTok. Go check it out and make a fool of myself. Super fun, super fun. I'm into this dance right now called Trolls with a Nicki Minaj song. It's not easy, so I'll be doing it for a minute. So go watch that. It's lots of fun. So we got a part 2 of this video, guys, and it's going to be great. We're going to learn stuff together, and I'd love to hear from you guys. Leave comments. All that good stuff. So I appreciate you so much and listening to my jibba jabba. I hope you get something out of it. I work really hard and think with my heart and my soul about what I'm going to say to you guys. And I did want to take a break and really honor what was happening in the world right now. There's just a lot going on in YouTube world. There's a lot going on in big people world, as I call it. There's just a lot going on. I just want to be somebody that you guys can come to and feel safe with. And yeah, also go check out on TikTok. I just did a video of my 5, 2, 3, 4, 1 site, and I tell you in there what I do to help myself get motivated and get going. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Besides likes and subscribes and all that good stuff, I'll see you soon. Part 2 coming up. Later, skaters. I would love to get comments below and how you're feeling and anything you're going through and any ideas you have for videos coming up. Mwah. This professor at Yale found that if you just accomplish one thing, run motivation, please excuse the light. It's that time of day. It's mid to late afternoon, so it's going to kind of go in between. So, okay. So they found that if you accomplish just one thing, at night and in the morning for sure is my celery juice before anything else. Then I have my beet, cilantro, celery, and cucumber juice, and sometimes I'll add avocado and the NutriBullet, which makes it more of a meal. So you have that good fat. You guys, oh, that really did not do good for me, did it? I hope that you're having a wonderful day, and I hope they continue to just remember that don't insult yourself or insult the things that you aren't doing or the things that you are doing. Praise yourself for trying. Praise yourself for it. Even if if you really are having a day where you're just like, I can't, try something, journal. Even if it's still sitting in bed, journal something and get those feelings out. Because sometimes when you just get it out, that helps too. And then they'll free up some space. And then maybe the next day you can, get up and clean some. Maybe the next day you go for a walk. And then you start building these habits that means that you are no longer controlled by the negative aspect that was controlling your life. And then you realize that, oh wow, I need that sunlight today, or oh wow, I need that walk, or oh wow. So all the things that before you weren't even like focused on, you realize, oh yeah, I need that. Like that helped. I'm gonna keep doing that. So again, confidence is actually a skill. It's a habit, and it's not the same as being conceited. So you have every right and should be confident with who you are. I keep talking, and here's what's so funny. Every time I look at my paper, the word I keep hearing is, the words I keep seeing are hit snooze. That to me, I believe in signs, and that to me is a sign to hit the stop. You guys subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll talk to you soon. And what do I always say besides I love you? Later, skaters, RawFam. You rock. Later, skaters.